Good evening and Happy New Year and welcome to 2020. So Chris has just nipped out momentarily. So yes, he's just nipped to the shop. So he will be back shortly. As the title suggests, Happy New Year, welcome to 2020. New Year's Day, so we're still on the 1st of December, 1st of January. So yeah, come in and say hello and we can have a laugh. So happy Great Vision. Oh, right. Thank you, Karate Joe. So as I say, Chris has just nipped down to the shop, so it shouldn't be too long, 10 minutes, something like that. So hello to the two watching. I don't think it'll be Mr. P because, as I say, is nipped to the shop, so it shouldn't be too long. Bella, is she having a laugh? Ooh, what? Is who having a laugh? Me? Care to explain, Karate Joe? I don't know what is meant by that remark. Oh yeah, let's have a laugh. Well, some as I say, you know what it's like normally when people come in my live stream. So yeah, we do tend to have a laugh occasionally. So we've not been doing anything, particular today. Just catching up on things. Oh, Happy New Year to you, Johnny, as well. Was saying the quote from the Rick Group. What I don't even know what that show is, so you've got me there because I've never even heard of it. So yes, I must say, Johnny, we had a good laugh in your live stream last night. Thank you for letting me join the panel. So yes, did you enjoy the bed all to yourself and the house all to yourself? And I bet it were absolute heaven. So oh, she's only just come home, so you've had more or less all day to yourself as well then. Win-win. It was bliss. So I hope you savoured the moment. Oh, Ricky Gervais. All right. I hope you savoured the moment because you might not get it again, Johnny. So I hope you made the most of it. The bed to yourself, the house to yourself, the day to yourself. So, I hope you made the most of it. I heard from Bella this morning. She's on her way back. She says they weren't setting off from her daughter's till about 6 o'clock, and she lives like right down south in Kent. So she'll not be back while about 11 o'clock tonight. Oh, just finished my weights and cleaned all the house. It's spotless. So yeah. So I says to her, I do worry about her because it's such a long drive. I mean, her daughter's bringing her back, and then her daughter's stopping overnight, so she don't have to go all that way back tonight. We are So she's going to stay at Bella's tonight and then go back home first thing in the morning. So toy-free living room, not for very long. So yeah. Some as I say, Mr. P's. Hiya, Carla, how are you? Happy New Year to you. Chris has just nipped down to the shop. So it won't be too long. I hope you had a nice New Year's Eve, Carla. So yeah, we didn't do anything. Well, Johnny 5 went live. I think it was about 11 o'clock, weren't it, Johnny? So we joined Johnny on his panel. So yeah, it were a good laugh. You know, Chris had a drink, and even I had a drink as well. So, but you know, we're not one for going out and yeah, but same as I say, you've come on my panel lots of times, Johnny. I thought, well, I'll come on and I'll, you know, we enjoyed it. We had a laugh, you know, so we, you know, you know, if anybody comes on my panels, I like to repay the favour if I get invited up. You know what I mean? It was my pleasure. Oh, hiya, Amy Ventures. Happy New Year to you too. So yeah, I mean, usual, same as I say, I go live 3 nights a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And with it being like Wednesday, obviously, and New Year's Day, I thought, well, I'll still go live. So yeah. I think no, same as I say, nothing really spectacular has happened today. Same as I say, we've just had a quiet one at home. You know, just the 3 of us. Chris got a phone call from his dad wishing him Happy New Year. So yeah, that's about it really. We haven't done nothing, you know, some as I say, we've just chilled out basically. So yeah, and I expected Mr. P snoring like a Boeing 747 last night because he'd had a drink, and he didn't. Because he says to me, he says, "Oh, I apologise in advance." He says, "Because I know what I'm like when I've had a drink. I snore a lot." But he snored a little, but not, you know. "Oh, you're just taking the tree down, are you?" Oh. But yeah, it weren't too bad. You know, not the same anymore as it was when younger. Safe. Yeah, some as I say, you know, we're both getting on in years, and it's people that tend to go out are the younger ones, and it makes you feel dead old when you're sort of surrounded by young ones, you know, knocking drink back. I'd sooner stay at home and celebrate at home. You know, you ain't got, how can I put it? You ain't got people falling about drunk all over the place. And, you know, you can have a quiet drink in your own home, you know, and we prefer it to, you know, to stay at home and celebrate. Oh dear. The same as I say, I mean, that's how we got round Callum when he were little. not having a dummy anymore. It got to Christmas and says, right, you know, like how you put your, you know, when you lost your teeth and you put them under your pillow. Well, it's similar to that, but Santa's going to take your dummies away. He never questioned it and he never asked for it after that. Hi, Rattletrap, how are you? Happy New Year to you too. So yeah, but he never sort of, we just told him that they'd gone, Santa took them. If he wanted presents, then Santa were going to take his dummies away. And we did keep one back just in case, but he never asked for it. So that's how we got round that. He never asked for it. So, and he were quite content that, you know, the explanation that we gave him that Santa took his, when he bought his presents, he took his dummies. So, you know, it worked out really well. So, you know, it's there comes sort of like a cut-off point where you have to say, you know, you're too old for a dummy now. You know, you've got to be a big girl and, you know, give the dummies up, so to speak. But yeah, you know, just say, you know, when you took Christmas tree down, Santa had took all the dummies away. Or, you know, something to that effect. I mean, I don't know how you're going to explain it if she's had a dummy after Christmas, and you can't really say Santa's took them, can you? Because if she's had them sort of since Christmas, but you know, I'm sure you'll come up with some excuse, Johnny. You know, but you see, we made sure that Callum didn't have his after Christmas, and we said, well, if you want presents from Santa, you've got to leave your dummies for Santa. So basically, what he did, we bagged all his dummies up in a bag, and when we put like a carrot out for Rudolph and a drink and a mince pie out for Santa, he put the bag of dummies at the side of the plate. And basically, when he got so yeah, so that's how we got round Callum's. We got him to bag them all up himself. So yeah, so basically it were, you know, Santa ate his mince pie, he gave Rudolph a carrot, he had his drink, but he also took his dummies when he, you know, took your dummies when he went. Oh, bless her. But yeah, so you know, and as I say, Callum never questioned it and never asked for his dummies or anything. But same as I say, we kept one back just in case, but he didn't want it, and that was the end of it. So we never had one after that. So it can be a little bit of a tricky one, that is, you know, when they've been used to that, what I call like a comfort blanket, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you know, it's you know, once they get used to the idea of not having a dummy, then she'll soon get out of it. It's like everything else, isn't it? You know what I mean? She'll get used to it. She'll get used to not having one. So yeah. Oh, she were a prem baby, was she? But you see, the thing is, I mean, like when Callum were a baby, I mean, he weren't prem or anything because he were actually 4 days late. But I were in a room, and like a room with 4 beds, and all the babies seemed to be crying except for Callum. And ending up, they moved me to like a little side room all by myself. And what did Callum do? As soon as we got in this room all by himself, he started crying as well. So I took a dummy with me. So he basically, I am Jad, how are you? Happy New Year. So yeah, so Callum, you know, I don't know whether it had sort of rattled him or whatever, being in this room with all other babies crying and whatever. But the moment they moved us to a room all by herself, I were awake most at night, Callum crying. So I just, same as I say, I took a dummy with me anyway. So, you know, right from the get-go, Callum had a dummy. So, you know, I mean, I've always said, I mean, you know, probably my views aren't same as everybody else's, but I used to hate seeing kids sucking their thumbs. Oh, okay then, Amjad. Thank you very much. But yeah, I hate seeing kids sucking their thumbs. And it's like this: if you get them used to a dummy, at least you can take the dummy off them. Whereas if you let them suck their thumb's still always there. So they've always got that safety net of sucking their thumb. And, you know, I mean, that's only my views. So, you know, I preferred him to have a dummy rather than him sucking his thumb. So, but you know, you see some like as old as 10, 11, and, you know, rather than them have a dummy, the parents have let them suck their thumb, and they just sit there sucking their thumb, you know what I mean? But that's just my, you know, that's just my, it's just nipped to the shop, Amjad. Why did you think it was quiet? He did say it wouldn't be too long. So it will be back shortly. So, so yeah. So, I mean, but that's just my opinion. I'd sooner him had a dummy rather than, you know, sucking his thumb. So, but, you know, that's just my personal opinion, if you know what I mean. Some as I say, people are different, you know. But some as I say, I mean, I've had three others besides Callum, and they've always had a dummy. And then when time's been right, I've got shut. I don't think Bella will be in tonight because she's on her way back from her daughter's. So she said they were setting off about 6 o'clock. So it's right. She's coming right from down Kent. So she said she'd probably be back about 11 o'clock. Well, that's it. That's it, Johnny. You know, it's, you know, you sort of deal with it. You see fit at end of the day, you know, if you think she's too old to be having a dummy, then, you know, yeah, it's a case of, you know, you're too old to have a dummy now. Oh, pardon me. I just have my hoodie top on top of my PJs. It's cold. It has been a little bit on cold side today. We've had our heating on a couple of times today, but you see, the problem is, like in here, we've got like a radiator right near the window, and then we've got another one halfway, because it being such a long room, we've got actually got two radiators in this room. So after about half an hour, it's like a sauna in here. So then you turn it off. You know what I mean? It's like all or nothing, if you know what I mean. And we don't leave it on too late into night, because when we go to bed, it's like, obviously heat rises. So it's boiling in our bedroom when you go to bed. So, you know, you sort of cover yourself up when you first get in bed, and then about half an hour later, I don't know about anybody else, I'm throwing covers off. So, you know, it's we don't like to have it on too late or too long, because when we do, you know, when we go to bed, and then we got Callum moaning other night, and he says, well, when I were in bed, he says, I was that hot. He says, I was like turning from one side to other. And Chris says to him, well, why didn't you open your window? So the following night when he went to bed, he opened the window. And then when he came down next morning, he says, I had to get out of bed and shut the window because it was too cold with the window open. So it's like, you know, he couldn't win. I didn't stop by for 1 second in Johnny's live last night just to say Happy New Year because I was watching the fireworks, plus it was way past my bedtime. Well, that's fine. Same as I say, we've got fireworks going off like back and front. So, you know, we did let Callum stop up, but I mean, Johnny will tell you, I did go on the panel, and basically as soon as midnight had come and everybody had said Happy New Year, Callum went to bed. So we didn't sort of stop up too long after midnight anyway. So, you know, he's not used to stopping up. That's the case. So he's back to college on Monday. So, you know, everything will be back to normal Monday, hopefully. But I mean, I don't know whether you've seen the thumbnail, and I you know, same as I said to Chris, I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, but I also want to put thanks out there for everybody that's supported me over the last year. Oh, I don't think I've heard of that one, that channel. I know why. I bet Keena goes back to school on Monday, doesn't she? Because I know, as I say, Callum goes back to college on Monday. So yeah. And oh yeah, I'll tell you, like typical like this morning. I heard Callum get up, and then I heard Chris get up, and I thought I'll just have 5 minutes. So next minute, all I could hear was Chris shouting. So anyway, I get up, I go straight in bath. So I come down and I says, what were all that shouting this morning? So anyway, Chris says, it right, Callum. He says, you know what he's like first thing in the morning? He's yak. He says, and all I want to do, he says, when I get up, he says, enjoy my cup of coffee, and, you know, just sort of chill out for a bit, sort of till I come round and everything. He says, and all Callum wanted to do were, he says, and he never shut up. He says, so I got a bit, you know, he says, I got my hair off a little bit with him. So, yeah, so Chris were a little bit aerated this morning. He hadn't got a hangover or anything. It was just that, you know, he's getting on a bit. He does like his peace and quiet, and Callum just won't shut up. So yeah, we see Callum only does Monday. Monday is only the full day that Callum does. He does a full day Monday, and then he does half day Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then you don't have to go on a Friday. So apparently, from what I've found out from like notifications that you get, is that she's up for a nomination. You know, Talk of the Devil on the Show to Appear is back. So I only watched it earlier on because I taped it yesterday. So is that it?
Yeah.
What's
the one for out?
Oh no. So yes, I haven't watched it tonight, so no spoilers, please.
I'll see how much percent it is. I don't know. I wonder if it's out over. It's free. Freebies.
So I've got two pussies watching me on table here. Sat here. They're like
Chat.
sat here like pleb and pleb. So yeah, it says. Yeah, I watched that as well. I thought it was funny. I'm just as oi, Chris lad.
Oi!
So yes. Oh look, it says I'm live.
That's what shame.
Yeah.
Who we got in?
Johnny 5. Carla was in. I'm Jadzia.
Karate said hello.
Yeah, Karate's been in. So yeah, you know, it's same as I say. You know, I watch it, Emmerdale, and I watch Coronation Street, and EastEnders run same time as Coronation Street. So, but I tape them anyway. So. I've got two on them, Johnny, and they're both on this because I've got like a glass table, and they're both sat there. Yeah, look, I'll show you. Look, can you see them? Not sat staring at me, but they sort of, and other ones on floor down here. So yeah. That's Benny. Bennett's black one. Tucker's ginger one. Oh, and Lucy way down on floor, but she's going to Chris now, going to mither him.
Well, I'm gonna go. She stops.
Telling them about when Callum won't shut up rattling this morning.
Oh, bloody hell, do my head in. You know, when you come down in the morning, you want a bit of peace and quiet to come round to. You know what I mean? No chance.
So yeah. So I was just saying, I says, you just like peace and quiet, and you wanted to thing, and I says, and Callum won't shut up yakking.
Nightmare.
So, you know, he's going on a bit now. He's getting old now, so he wants his peace and quiet.
Not a chance for that, Callum.
Johnny says I don't do cats, punch them for staring at me. But yeah, it's these two were vying for space. They've got a bit of rivalry going on because they're the two male cats, so it's vying for top dog place, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Johnny says he's taking Keena's dummies off her. She's putting tray away. He's gonna wrench it out of her gob while she's asleep. The St. Elf's has took it. So yes, so I'll be watching like tonight's EastEnders, probably tomorrow, because I did. I mean, me and Bella have got this thing like, I like to know that she's back safely because there's some stupid drivers on road. So I says to her, I says, it don't matter what time it is. I says, you get in, have a coffee, get yourself settled. I says, it don't matter what time it is. Hi, Richard, how are you?
Hello, digital lad.
I says, don't worry that you're going to wake us up or anything. I says, because I shall wait up. I says, until I hear from you that you're back home safe. You know, it's just a thing that we've got when we go in anywhere. You know, it will like when we went down to Ian's for that telly. We said to Bella, well, we'll pick the telly up from Ian's. We'll have an hour with Ian, and then we'll come to yours. And then basically, while we were at Ian's, she rang me, and because Chris had got that, you know, where his eye swelled up and everything. And she even rang me. She says, "Oh, I've been worried about, you know, about Chris driving with his eye and everything, and I'd got visions he'd wrap car around a tree or whatever." And I says, "No," I says, "we're at Ian's, we arrived safe," you know what I mean? And it's just, you know, she worries about me and I worry about her when they're travelling anyway. Because let's face it, there is some dickheads on road. So yeah, so, and I says to her, I says, "No matter what time it is," I says, "even if I'm live," I says, "just drop me a message on Messenger or anything, just to let me know that you've got home safely, and then I won't worry about you." So you know, but so yeah. So did you have a hangover this morning, Johnny? Did Richard have a hangover this morning?
I did, because I stayed in bed.
I says you weren't too bad, just as you didn't. Like, even though we nearly polished a bottle of whiskey off.
My last one today.
Yeah.
Last full.
So before he went to the shop, he poured this whiskey out and he says, "That's me last of me whiskey." And I went, "And you telling me this? Why?" And I says to Callum, I says, "I know why he's telling me." I says, "Because he knows I've still got some of that Malibu left." So we were in bed later than that, Amjad, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it was about 11:30, weren't it? We got up. Well, anyway, same as I say, I went straight in bath. So, but yeah, I know why he told me that. It's because he knows I've still got some of this. He says, "No, I was bright as a button now when he had a gallon." And I were as sober as a judge, even though I had 4 of them Malibus with some lemonade in. So yeah, so it's I don't, you know, to be honest with you, I don't usually drink in house.
Used to drink like a fish.
Well, what time were it when we went to bed? About 1:45, I think it were.
Try the other side at 2 o'clock.
It, you know, for no particular reason, but it were like, obviously we're on Johnny's stream and we like to have a bit of downtime afterwards. So, you know, we sort of just chilled out for a bit. I think it was about 1:45, I think, when we went to bed. So
after when we got to sleep.
So yeah, and but Callum, some as I say, waited till we said he could stop up till 12 o'clock, with it being New Year's Eve. So basically, as soon as stream were over, well, when he'd wished everybody Happy New Year, he went to bed. So yeah, so I mean, you know, it's but I think next year, I mean, I know I'm talking like a year in front, but I think what we ought to do is, Richard will know what I'm talking about, is I'll probably go live for a couple of hours, and then, you know, I mean, if anybody's up for it, like Johnny can go live for a bit and Chris can go live for a bit.
When?
Next New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Because we used to do that before, but, you know, there weren't anybody around last night. I would, you know, Johnny had said he were going live, so obviously, you know, but, oh, can you remember that New Year's Eve when Richard kept trying to get on?
Nobody did get on, all they were doing was laughing.
Yeah. Oh, dear, I bet Richard can remember that. Yeah, we've had some right good laughs, honestly. in previous New Year's Eve streams. Richard sort of came on the panel, but yeah, he couldn't get his microphone working, and we were saying, now we've got sign language, and hi Kate, happy New Year to you. Just treat a squash now into bags. Oh. He says, I can, it was a good night. And we're all trying to sort of talk him up, you know, have you done this, Richard? Have you done that, Richard? And all Richard were doing, he couldn't stop laughing. He were absolutely peeing his pants. So yeah. Ah, I've not heard of them. Candleweir Wooden Wakes.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, Richard, but
I'm laughing at what Chris said. He says it was like talking to a brick wall, and he's just sat there going, throwing his hands up in air, and you know, as hard as we tried, we couldn't get the microphone on. No way, no how. You know what I mean? Hiya, Joe. How are you? Happy New Year to you. Welcome to 2020. So yeah, we'll have to work something out between ourselves next year. Whereas we sort of do like a carry on, you know, one goes, you know, for a couple of hours, because that's what we did before. You know, and we all take it in turns to go live until till the new year and all fireworks and everything comes on. So I've just got a question to ask Kate. How did you get on at the hospital? Yeah. It's all right, my eyes running. Well, I put some light moisturizer on earlier on. She says, I'm dreading taking mine down. Tried putting dummy on the tree for Santa for Harry, but it didn't work. He wasn't well, so wearing time to take him off him all. The lights are off. Hi, Barra Boy, how are you?
Hello, Barra Boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because she got an ECG that she's got to work away for 7 days.
Hello, lad. Happy New Year.
But yeah, it's same as I say. Everybody's got their own way of going off. We just bagged all Callum's up, left them at cider, the plate with, you know, the carrot on and mince pie and a drink for Santa. Yeah, I'm good.
Where's my blue spanner?
So there you go, Joe. Any misuse of it, and I will take it off you. Anybody that knows me knows, you know, I don't have any, you know, name calling or anything. So, you know, just know that, you know, if you misuse the spanner, or unless I tell you to, you know, there's somebody undesirable in and I want you to ban them, then so but you see the thing is that hey, we've got Gordo in.
Gordo, happy New Year, lad.
ECG got to wear it for 7 days. It hasn't happened yet though. It was happening every day when it wasn't on me. Well, that's typical, isn't it, Kate? Had bloods done to check costs. Going on another medication that will weaken my immune. Oh.
Yeah, but Johnny, they're not names. That's the truth.
Oh dear. I noticed he'd seen me you know, when I made you the lemon drizzle the other day. So
had a piece with pudding.
So yeah, so I know because he put a like on it, so I know that he's seen it. Did you say undesirables? Well, I'm here. Yeah, Happy New Year to you, Gordo. So so yeah, same as I was saying in the live stream the other night, I only give blue wrenches out to people that come in regularly and that I know I can trust. And this is the thing, first time since I've had my channel, Callum came into my live stream the other day and immediately I gave him a blue spanner. So Chris says, "What you doing?" And I says, "What do you mean?" He says, "Giving Callum a blue spanner." He says, "First time he's been in." He says, "And you give him a blue spanner." I says, "Well, if I can't trust my own son, you know what I mean?"
Something dodgy going on there.
Yeah, same as I say, we normally take ours down Boxing Day.
We're a day late.
But it was day after Boxing Day. We get that fed up of seeing it, Kate. I mean, Callum's not a kiddie. You know, you can understand it from your point of view because your kids are still young, but Callum's will be 18 this year. So, you know, it's for us, it's just, you know, collecting dust and, you know, be careful she don't unmod you, Chris. Hey, we've got Bella.
Hey, I'm taking you back now, Bella.
I've just been telling everybody that you probably won't be in, that she's probably still in the car. Oh, Harry starts proper school in January. Got to get, oh. So yes, I was just saying to everybody, you'll be winging your way back to your own home, and you know, I says, "Oh, Bella probably not be in tonight." So yeah, it's oh, you're using your data, are you? Yeah, but it's you know, I mean, before the blink of an eye, Kate, like Callum, he's 18 this year. You know what I mean? And Chris always says to me, "Oh, I can remember sitting on bed, you know." Oh, okay then, Joe. I'll thank you for popping in and Happy New Year. I haven't watched tonight's EastEnders because it was on the same time as Coronation Street. So, Kate, no spoilers. Because it was on the same time as Coronation Street, so I've recorded it. Jack will be 50. And it's, you don't know where time flies. And Chris always says, "Oh, I can remember sitting on edge of bed waiting for pregnancy tests and everything." So, I'm far.
How far?
Oh.
How far is bad on his bike?
That's why I couldn't understand it.
How far is Baz on his bike? Will he get home in the morning or the afternoon?
Yeah, I'm glad you translated that because I didn't understand it.
The bum's gone to sleep. But wake you up
she says the bum's gone to sleep.
So when you fart, Bella, does that mean it's snoring?
Oh dear.
I'm on fire.
Us ladies don't fart in cars.
Eh?
Us ladies don't fart in cars.
You knickknacks. I'm not a lady then. That chunk that you did on way back from Baz and Bella's.
It wrong. Well,
if we had a sunroof, that'd have been open.
It wrong way down, actually.
Oh, way back then.
No, it wrong way down.
Way down. If we had one of them soft tops, that'd have been up. Whether it raining or not.
It says test us. Bella hanging her head out window one side and Baz hanging his head out other side and testing between them, gassing them both, gassing everybody out. similar idea to Jeanette's, but the dummy fairy just stuck a couple of quid on. Oh, we didn't bribe Callum with any money.
No.
We just said if he wanted to get Christmas presents, then he was going to have to leave his dummies for Santa, which he did. Oh, you ain't front with Becca. Oh, so Baz is getting brunt of it then.
Rain for Sporting Man City.
Oh dear. But that's it. You know, I mean, everybody does it. Everybody does it differently. Same as I say, it worked with us because when we put mince pie and carrot and drink out for Santa, we just got Callum to bag his dummies up and said, well, when Santa comes, unless he sees all your dummies bagged up, then he'll not leave you any presents. Hiya, Adrian Mateo. How are you? Happy New Year to you.
How do Adrian?
He says, I'm not chuffing paying it. Well, by sounds of it, I think you spent enough on it. Were it yesterday when you took it to Build-A-Bear? I think that's payment enough, don't you? It's about time he'd done it, spent 30 quid on it.
Jesus.
So it asked him in the corner to chip in.
Hey, Baz, you can't ride and text at the same time, you know.
Oh dear. Yeah, it says change the food, Bella. Since I've changed Ronnie's food, he doesn't fart off as much. When he does, it's nowhere near as smelly. It says shut up in the Bella says shut up in the back.
Bella's putting you in your place, mate.
But the thing is, Bella, Baz might be telling you it's test farting, but it could be him.
No, but I bet Baz's farts are louder.
So there you go. I mean, can you prove it's test that's farting? It might be Bella. Baz, I mean.
No, you got it right first time.
So yeah, you know, Baz might be telling you it's test that's farting, but it could be him. You don't know. So yes. So I'm closely guarding my bottle of well, it's like Asda's Malibu. I thought of that.
I've got this free Peroni.
I say.
Yeah.
I bought this from Asda, and it's like Malibu, but it's Asda's own make, and it just gusted. God, I put fancy blaming the dog bath. So yeah, and you know, you can tell how much I've had because it's like still nearly full. But Chris, he had a bottle of whiskey when I had this, and he's drunk nearly all his whiskey. So I says, right, I'm keeping that down here where I can closely guard it, so somebody don't nick off with it. That's it. You blame Becca now. I would stick Baz on the Harringtons. It was the dog. Yeah. You know what they say, don't you, Baz? Me thinks you doth protest too much. And you know what? You know what my mum's favourite saying were? Them that smelt it dealt it. Can you remember? Oh dear. It's all right. I'm just remembering something. They were me and Chris, my mum and Callum in car.
Oh, yeah,
and they'd been cutting the grass round us. So anyway, my mum sat in my mum ripped back seat with Callum, and she was going. So of course, Callum quipped in and says, "Them that smelt it dealt it." And she says, "I was just about to say, I bet they've been cutting grass." And she were only like sniffing because she could like smell freshly cut grass. but yeah, and we couldn't stop laughing. We were in hysterics. We were, because some as I say, as soon as she started sniffing, Callum says, "Them that smelt it dealt it." 6-0 to Liverpool tomorrow. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
They only won 1-0 before, when they played them before.
You're not all in one because you've got a dodgy referee. He wants referee last one, Man U match.
Yeah, we'll never last to that one, Baz, because apparently the referee that refed your match against Sheffield United only lived down road in Manchester.
And he tried giving a penalty towards Man United, and VAR said no.
So there you go.
Just proves he's a cheating git.
So there you go. So the facts is coming out now, you see.
Only win by cheating.
So there you go. But I'm that sausage surprise. Oh dear.
What with this sausage surprise?
So yes, so same as I say, I bet you'll be glad to get home and get back in your own bed. And
But all it was in Warrington, they've still got the Christmas tree up.
Probably not tomorrow. Jockstrap. Oh dear. We'll never eat last of that one either.
Jockstrap sausage surprise.
Oh dear. So yeah. Oh dear. We have 3 more points when we come to the Sunday League. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hi, Tina. How are you?
I know, Tina. Yeah, but you're forgetting, Baz. VAR's broken at Bramall Lane, so it won't help you out.
But yeah, I know it's like controversial. Becca's asking, how long does it take you to get to ours? About an hour and a half.
Or we're about 3 hours.
Yeah. And Chris says, but last time we were there, it took us about 3 hours to get back. Traffic were absolutely, it were absolute nightmare last time we went. An hour and a half on a good day, but on a bad day in traffic, it took us about 3 hours to get back from last time. So yeah. Well, to be precise, on the sat-nav, it says an hour and 29 minutes, or between an hour and 26 minutes, an hour and 29 minutes. But, you know, it's like when because you see, when we go through, what is it? Glossop, that's it. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the name of it.
Took about 10 hours just getting through there.
Yeah, we go down Snake Pass and then we go through Glossop. Now, you actually go through Glossop Town Centre.
Hey,
and when we, like last time we came, it were a Saturday, so Glossop Town Centre were manic. Okie dokie then, Kate.
You win.
No, she says she's just going to make a cuppa.
So, no sugar.
That's
right on bricks.
Just gonna watch 1 hour of EastEnders. I got you guys on the phones. Baz's back, some bricks.
Again.
Probably still outside at road where we've seen it. So when we were on way to Ian's, we saw a bike outside at road, and I said, "Hey, Baz, that's where your bike is." That's good. That's good. Oh dear. So Baz's bike's on eBay. Buy it now, 50p.
Oh, nearly stop there.
Tina says, I'm making coffee. Anyone want one? I'll have one.
Go on then, I'll have a coffee.
Two sweeteners.
3 slashes of whiskey in it.
You'll have a job when you've drunk all yours.
Oh, it's all good. You want some water coffee, Babby?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah. I have 2 sweetless, Tina. So
pipe it up when you get here.
so yeah. And I don't know whether you've seen the post on Facebook, but to stop Mr. P whinging, I made him a lemon drizzle yesterday. I thought, well, hopefully that'll shut him up. It's buy one, get one free. So yeah, to stop him, do you want some drizzles to go with that, Tina? So yeah, because you see that when we went last time, well, not the last time when we went to Bella's, the time before that, I made Bella a lemon drizzle and I made Ian a lemon drizzle. And since I said, whoa, who mentioned drizzle? So yeah, 24 miles to Manchester. That's not too bad.
Yeah, good. It's going to take you about 3 hours to get through that.
So yeah, so ever since we've got back, he keeps saying, when you're going to make me a lemon drizzle? You made Bella one and you made Ian one, but he says, you know, most important person, you haven't made me one. Oh, huh? Says we're on about looking at getting another woofer.
Woofer? What,
I mean, dog. Is that just...
Who's that?
Fostering or, you know, are you adopting one or...
Is that Gordo?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, so I gave in yesterday and I made him one.
Hey, Gordo, we've got 3 cats that you can have.
But Drizzle, what have I missed? Well, I made it, you know how he's been moaning, Baz, that since we got back from yours and I made you a drizzle and I made Ian a drizzle. Warrington is before Manchester, Wally, she says. Oh, he's going for a pup this time. So, yeah, so ever since we've got back, it keeps saying, well, when are you going to make me a drizzle? And I'd got, how far are you? I live in Bushy. I think Tina's in Watford, isn't it?
I think so.
So how far's Sheffield from Watford? I don't know.
About 120 miles. About 2 and a bit. 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Time.
Chris says it says roughly about 2.5 hours. Picks the drizzle guzzler. So I got fed up for him whinging and whining about me not making him a drizzle. I says, well, you know, I've done all this baking over Christmas and blah de blah de blah. I says, as soon as I get a spare minute, I'll make you one. Baz says I should have put arsenic in it. So yeah, so I took a picture and I says, I'm fed up with Mr. Grumpy whining on about me not making a drizzle, hoping this will shut him up. And I did put it on. Facebook. So
don't worry, we'll be getting some more lemons. She can make me another one.
I think I ought to invest in is it a lemon grove or whatever you call it?
Orchard. Was that apple?
Well, it's same thing. It's like
we were talking about it last night. The other dog is knocking on a bit. She's 15 this year. You know, where they grow oranges and grow lemons and whatever, I ought to invest. Lemons that I've bought. I'll put my horse in what, Baz? I'll shove it in his arsenic. Look at Mr. Google here. So yeah, we, you know, with amount of lemons I buy. It says anyway, Chris, Happy New Year, mate. But I tell you what, I did make, and were it Sunday before Christmas, and it were like that lemon tart thing with digestive biscuit. Yeah, it were like a lemon orchard, Bella says. And it were like you know, like you do a biscuit base for a cheesecake,
but then you use condensed milk and lemons, and it was like a lemon tart, but with a biscuit base. No thanks, I'm not that way inclined. It's got drizzle jealousy, says.
We love the drizzle.
But yeah, that were, because I said to Chris, I said, well, I've got some lemons that need using up. I'd seen this recipe for some easy lemon, some or other, but it's like, instead of a pastry base, it was like a digestive biscuit base, and then you use condensed milk and lemons and something else. And anyway, Chris gave it a 9 out of 10. It's my birthday in September and I'm 21 again.
You don't see that.
Oh dear. Well, 2 years' time, and I'll be the big 60.
Yeah, I'll bet you.
So 2 years from September, I'll be the big 60.
Will you be getting your pension next year then, or you got to wait another 5 years?
I don't know. It's not next year.
Well, when you get
2 years. It's not. It's 2022 when I'm big 60.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I think it's changed now. Isn't it? 65.
I think it's 65 for women now. I'm not sure. 70.
She'll be 30. Further, that should be an 8 in front at 7.
Oh.
Well, they say that's what she's got.
I know.
I think next time.
No, I'm going to say. I think she's. Yeah, the pastor will be 35. Yeah.
He's definitely 105.
So Mr. P will get a clip round here all when he gets next time we go and visit Bella.
Don't worry, I'm wearing a crash helmet.
I'd make it a full face visor one if I were you. So yes, you know, I'll be 58 this year, so another 2 years and I'll be the big 60. Hey, we've got Dennis in.
Happy New Year, Grandad.
Yeah, Gordo says I'm 50 this year.
You're the 60 boy. I'm going to get my head smacked in.
There'll be it out on you.
They'll be queuing up.
So yes, I mean, not this year, but next year, Chris is the big 50. Yeah. Yeah, Chris is the not 2020, but in 2021 it'll be the big 50. So
Granddad, we love you.
so he's the big 50 before I'm the big 60, if you know what I mean. Tell me what it's like to be old, that old, Jeanette. Oh dear. No, not yet. He did have while he were working about 48 grand's worth, but since he packed up working, that's sort of, you know, that don't count now. So yeah. So I missed my opportunity there, you see. Oh dear. Hey, oh, she's got some chocolate as well. And she's not sharing.
What?
Kate, she's put a cup.
Hey, I'm driving down to Wales.
She's put a cuppa in some chocolate.
Yeah.
So yeah. You put me off my mojo now. I forgot what I was gonna say. Now.
That's not hard.
Hot chocolate. I never thought of that. Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate what?
Mint matchmakers and after eights.
Oh, I'm definitely driving down to Wales. Say me one.
Darwin says sharing is caring. Oh dear. I've got some Quality Street, but it's empty.
Yeah, well, the 3 tins are all gone.
Get him insured. I'll do the John job. We can't split the payout. Or we can split the payout.
Right, kill there. 5 minutes.
Way! Bella says she's 5 minutes from home.
There you go.
Nice cup of tea when you get in, Bella.
Straight back on YouTube when you get in.
Okay then, Bella. See you later.
See you in.
Yeah, she says see you later, guys.
Bye, Bella. Bye, a big back who's been farted on by dog.
Put it down there for me. Sort it out in a minute. Oh, you see the sewing tin. I keep I keep them for my cakes, you see. So yeah. And best about it though, the weekend before Christmas, when I had the shopping delivered, I ordered some chocolate, like, you know, for my cakes and whatever. And I'd used the white chocolate on that banana cake that I'd used. So Chris goes in fridge today, and he always says, do you mind if I have one of these bar of chocolates that's in the fridge? So I says, nah, you know, I says, I think this, you know. So anyway, he comes in here and it was some Galaxy. Well, I order Asda's own make, but obviously when you have it, your shopping delivered, they substitute some things. So I'd ordered 2 bars of white chocolate, but they substituted it for Cadbury's white chocolate. I ordered 2 bars of milk chocolate, but they substituted it with a big bar of milk chocolate. And then I ordered 2 small bars of dark chocolate. So anyway, he comes back out and he bought this Galaxy. So I looks at him and I says, you do realise, I says, that's dark chocolate, because he'd asked Callum if he wanted some. Okay, then, are you going, Tina? I'm saying, John. See you later. So,
Johnny, bye, chat.
So he hadn't realised that the chocolate that he'd opened was dark chocolate, and he don't like dark chocolate.
No.
So as soon as he saw it with dark chocolate, he says to Callum, he says, oh, you can have this if you want. And it was only because it was dark chocolate. So, yeah. So Callum says, no, put it back in the fridge. Did you see what Asda Tesco was substituting turkeys for?
Well, when it's sliced ham, I won't put it past them.
Probably a chicken. But you see, I got mine. I ordered a turkey crown from when I got what I ordered. It was just the chocolate that they substituted. So, so yeah. So I more or less got what I wanted. The only thing that they substituted is I always order the Asda chocolate because one, it's cheaper and it's just as good. And wasn't a bad.
More beef.
Go on then, tell us.
Sausage rolls. Gordo says, did you see what Tesco was substituting?
After Tesco, and we're substituting turkeys for.
Mum,
What?
there's a new food apparently. It's called sausage rolls.
So yeah, so I mean, I went
Sausage surprise. Some people will give
bacon joints.
Have a bacon, egg, sausage, beans, and tomatoes. Be something in it.
But yeah, same as I say, I mean, I will look in that respect. because see, there are only us three, so I ordered a medium turkey crown.
Some were even giving turkey drums. Still turkey, what's wrong with that?
I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, you've asked for a turkey specifically. So who in the right mind is, you know, thinks that they're going to accept bacon joints or turkey drumsticks? Because you see, anything that I'm not happy with, what they've substituted, I just say to them, right, send it back. I don't want it.
And then you get your money back.
And then they refund you, you know, they refund you your money. Because it's, to me, I'm not going to accept something that's no use nor ornament to me. So if it's, so yeah, so anything that they substitute and I'm not happy with, I'll just say to them, right, send it back. I'll have a refund. But I wouldn't accept anything that I weren't happy with. So that's basically all I do. But because it was like just bars of chocolate, I'd actually got what I wanted, but not the specific chocolate that I'd, you know. So basically, you know, I'd actually got what I asked for, but not the thing, you know, the. Good morning, mate.
Hello, guys. Good night, guys.
Hey, back. Everything's gone. Dummy in the bin. Oh.
I'll put it more in then.
But yeah, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, you're paying for the privilege of having your shopping delivered. They don't deliver it for nothing. So, moral of the story, get off your arse and go to the shop instead of ordering online. Amjad says, good night, Callum.
Good night, Amjad.
Some as I say, I've not had too many complaints about it, but you know, the last time they sent something and it weren't what I wanted, I just asked them to send it back, and then they you know, they refund you. But I've got no bones about saying, look, think what I ordered, take it back, and I want my money back. You know what I mean?
You like it on top of my laptop, don't you?
Johnny says night, Callum.
Good night, Johnny.
And Kate says good night as well.
Good night, Kate.
And Dennis says good night.
Yeah, Dennis says good night as well.
Who?
Dennis.
Good night, Dennis.
Exactly. Oh, who's he? Who's Dennis?
So,
on YouTube.
so yeah, so, you know, same as I say,
There you go.
as a rule, I haven't had any bad. Huh. But you see, this is the thing. I can't complain about anything that we've ordered. But you see, we do, Gordo. But the fact of the matter is, because we didn't get paid till late, it were a mad rush to do everything. You know what I mean? And if, like, let's say Kate says Christmas presents came late, I wouldn't have ordered if I knew they weren't coming till, you know, they give you a rough date.
I'm just doing on Facebook liking my post when it's showing you. We all can't be in two places at once. I'm telling you more.
So yeah, I mean, you know, to be quite honest with you, touch wood, I haven't had any bad experiences. We ordered his Xbox from Curry's and Chris ordered my laptop from Curry's, but we did a click and, well, you pay for it and then they deliver it to your nearest Curry's. So basically, we knew basically that all we got to do was go down to Curry's and Chris would collect them. So, you know, in that respect, what did you say about me? He says you're in two places at once because you've just commented on one of his.
No, he's like the waterfall picture.
Oh yeah, on Facebook.
Yeah.
It can multitask.
That's not on.
But you see,
no multitask.
you see, I had that not last year before, Kate. We yours clothing, and I ordered like a top and some like flared trousers, and I specifically paid for next day delivery. Now, they were supposed to come on the Friday, and I got an email saying they wasn't coming till the Monday. So I rang them up and I says, well, when I pay for next day delivery, I expect next day delivery. Well, we can't deliver now because it's a weekend. I says, well, I don't care. I paid over the odds to have next day delivery, and I expect next day delivery. So basically I rung them up, I kicked a stink up, and I says, well, I'll tell you something. I says, if they don't arrive, I says, by Saturday, I says, I've got a do to go to on Saturday. If they're not here by Saturday, then I want my money back. So I sort of gave them an ultimatum. I says, I've paid specifically for next day delivery, and I expect next day delivery. So anyway, about an hour later, I got an email saying, we're sorry you're disappointed, blah, blah, blah. Your items will be delivered later today. So it does pay to get on phone to them and complain about it. Plus, they reimbursed me the next day delivery payment because it were their effort, basically. So basically, I got the items on the Saturday in time for the Christmas do that we were going to. Plus, I got reimbursed the next day delivery payment. So, you know, I mean, if they offer a service and they don't deliver on that service, then you're within your rights to demand a refund. Johnny says he's reclining now, all at peace. But yeah, that is one of my bugbears. You're paying for the privilege of them saying, well, we can deliver it next day. But when they can't deliver it next day and they make some excuse that they can't deliver it next day, then I'll kick an almighty stink up, which I did do. And I says, I paid specifically over the odds to get next day delivery. And you're now saying that you cannot carry out that, you know, that. So yeah, I did. I kicked an almighty stink up, and I told them that if they didn't get here by the Saturday, I'd never shop with them again. But it just goes to show that if you complain and you kick a fuss up about it, I told her I was going to tabloids and everything. I says, you know, I'll go to papers. You're offering next day delivery, and if you can't, you know, carry out that, then it, you know, I'll go to what's it? Trading Standards. You're not delivering on what you promise. So yeah, you have to be firm, and you have to be, you know, give them what for, and basically, you know, if they don't deliver, then just, you know, tell them you're going to papers or you're going to tabloids and, you know, Trading Standards and whatever, because they advertise in a service what they're not, you know, what they're not offering. You see, that's where we were lucky with Callum. We just told him to leave them outside at play it, and Santa would take them, and that's what he did. But we did hold one back just in case, but he never asked for it. So, but it's different from one child to the next. I mean, some kids is, you know, I mean, but Johnny did say earlier on, you know, that
you know, it's the same as I say, it differs from one child to the next. Johnny said if he'd had his way, he wouldn't have given Keena a dummy. But I said I'd sooner him have a dummy than suck the thumb, because the thumb's always there. And no matter what age they are, 10, 12, 15, 20, they can still suck their thumb. You know, but with a dummy, if you get them used to a dummy, then when you decide that they're not going to have a dummy anymore, it's easier to take off them than it is to chop the thumb off, if you know what I mean. Hiya, Sue, how are you? Happy New Year to you. So yeah, you know, I mean, it's same as I say, it differs from parent to parent. You know, we preferred him to have a dummy than suck his thumb. It was quite easy. We just told him Santa had been and fetched him, and that was that. But you know, some kids are more difficult to wean off dummies. Yeah, that's it. If you don't do it tonight, it won't happen at all. Yeah. So yeah, you know, I mean, right from an early age, I mean, once Callum were on juice and whatever, we transferred him onto one of these. Yeah. Gordo says also sucking a thumb can cause buck teeth. But you see, Callum had got a bad habit of, you know, like how the dummies go around the mouth. He used to put it in his bottom lip. So we tried to get him out of that as well. But yeah, Callum had got a bad habit. He used to put the bottom of the dummy in his bottom lip. So we kept saying, you know, your teeth will fall out if you keep putting that dummy in bottom of your lip. You know what I mean? So, you know, but it differs from child to child, and, you know, and some are easier to wean off dummies than anything. Some as I say, as soon as Callum were old enough to have a cup, he had a cup. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's... Plus, Harry's speech is delayed as he was premming very hard with the glue here. In morning and day, he won't want it. It's just yeah. We see that's the problem, you know. But same as I said right from get go, I even took dummies in hospital with me when Callum were born. I mean, he was 4 days late, so I mean, he weren't premature or anything. But right from get go, I took a dummy in hospital with me, so we had, you know. You know, it's you know, for one, you don't like seeing your child, you know, heartbroken because they, you know, they want a dummy and they can't have one. You know what I mean? But there again, you know, you've sort of got to stand your ground and, you know, say, well, look, Keena, you're at school now. You're 5 years old. You know what I mean? You've sort of, how can I put it? You've got to be cruel to be kind, you know. You know, if people at your school find out that you still have a dummy, they're going to laugh at you. Oh, glue here is affecting his speech. Well, that's it. That's it. You know what I mean? But it's a case of... you've got to be firm with them, and you know, and you know, as a parent, when's the right time. You know what I mean? So, but you know, I mean, you see these programs where, I mean, not deferring away from the, you know, the subject that we're talking about, but you know, these like new age mums and dads, where they're still breastfeeding them when they're 9 years old. You know, that is one thing that I do not agree with. You know what I mean? And, you know, and their argument is, oh, well, it, you know, they don't get ill and you're passing your good bacteria or whatever onto the child and blah, blah, blah. But
a child shouldn't be breastfeeding at about 9 years old, and that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Same as I say, I tried breastfeeding Callum, but he were a hungry baby because he were 8 pound odd when he were born. And I just couldn't keep up with him. So anyway, when the health visitor came out, and I says to her, I says, you know, he's like waking every hour for a feed. I says, and I just can't keep pace with him. So she says, well, because they were quite a big baby, they do take a lot more feeding than one, you know, that's slightly less weight. So she says, don't think you've done anything wrong, but if I was you, I'd put him onto formula, because formula fills them up a lot more than what breast milk does. So she says, I think I did it for about 2 weeks, but it got to the point where I were hardly having any sleep. I were absolutely dead on my feet. And I said, you know, I did say to her, I says, I can't keep up with him. Nothing seemed to satisfy him. So she says, you know, the first 2 weeks is the most important, and you've managed to do that. So she says, don't think you've failed as a mum by putting him onto a bottle and putting him onto food. But the thing is, it was best decision I ever made, because as soon as he started going onto a bottle and onto formula, he was sleeping a hell of a lot longer. So, you know, I looked at myself as a failure that after 2 weeks of breastfeeding, I had to put him on a bottle. So, you know, it's same as health visitor says, don't look at yourself as a failure. You know, you've managed to breastfeed him for 2 weeks, but you can't look at it in a bad light. You have to look at it this way. You tried breastfeeding him. The milk that you were producing weren't satisfying him. And, you know, just for his peace of mind and your peace of mind, I'd put him on bottle, and we never looked back after that. Hiya, Tony, how are you?
Hello, Tony lad, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, and happy 2022 year. A new year, a new decade. Yeah, and that's exactly what the health visitor said to me, Kate. She says, don't look at it as a failure. She says, you've sort of built his immune system up in them 2 weeks that you have been feeding him. So don't look at it as a failure. She says, but, you know, at the end of the day, some babies are hungrier than others. And you're not admitting defeat. You know, you're just doing what's best for your child. Yeah, we are, Tony. So yeah, you know, it's just down to, you know, some, as I say, some of them go on to breastfeed kids till I don't know, but that is one thing I do not agree with. What benefit is the child getting from being breastfed at 9 years old? To my thought path, nothing really. So, you know, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? So, you know, I can't see the benefits of breastfeeding them till they're that age. You know, no matter what the parents come up with, you know, blah, 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 I can't see any benefits from it myself. So, you know, and as I always say, each to their own. You know what I mean? If that's what they want to do, then let them get on with it. But, you know, if I were like in a cafe or a rat or something, and a woman sat there and got a, you know what's that, to feed a 9-year-old kid, I'd be saying, well, come on, it's not so bad when you're feeding a baby, but can you imagine funny looks that they get breastfeeding a 9-year-old kid in a cafe? So, you know what I mean? There ain't no necessity for it. Yeah, what you do behind closed doors and in your own home is, you know, you know, what you do behind closed doors and what you do in comfort to your own home is your business entirely. But you know what I mean? Yeah. So, it's all right. We're just talking about it in general, Tony, about like dummies and breastfeeding and, you know. Hey, Happy New Year, Emma.
Hey, she is. Hello, wifey.
Bella was in earlier on, but they're on the, well, they should be home by now. So her daughter was taking them home, and her and Baz has been in, and she says they were about 5 minutes from home. So, you know, Becca's staying overnight, so she's rested and she'll be going back to her house first thing in the morning. So yeah, we're just talking about things in general, Tony, about, you know, it's best for a baby to be breastfed right from get-go, but if you can't do it, you can't do it. But I don't agree.
I love what Dennis has said.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Put Dennis, stop it. We're on about these like new age people that still breastfeeding the kids at about 9 years old. So, you know, that we're just saying that we don't agree with, you know, women breastfeeding the babies when they get to about 8 or 9. You know what I mean? It's all well and good, you know, to give your kids the best start in life, but carrying on till they're about 8 or 9, it's, you know, it's totally wrong. You know what I mean? So, so yeah, you know, but, you know, same as I said, there's no need to do it in public. Whatever they do behind closed doors and what they do in their own home is their own business. But, you know, there's no need to do it in public. Cat keys, don't you mean car keys?
I thought that, didn't I?
No, it says cat keys.
Bloody
Den needs a dummy because he's always throws a paddy and throws his rattle out of his pram. Let me just get a pen and paper and write that down. I'm just getting a pen and paper. Dennis throws his dummy out at pram.
I never throw my dummy out at pram.
Oh dear. So yeah. But just, I hope you're taking notes, Emma, because Chris is a grumpy horse in the morning. Like he'll having a go at Callum this morning. Because I wasn't lasting to get up, I went straight in bath. And all I could hear were him shouting at Callum and telling him off and everything. So I says to Chris when I come down, I says, I could hear you having a go at Callum. He says, I know. He says, I just wanted to have a cigarette, have me coffee. He says, and all Callum were doing were yak, 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 yak. You know what I mean? He says, so ending up, he says, I lost my rag with him. So yeah, so Chris likes his peace and quiet. He don't like to be disturbed, you know, otherwise he gets grumps on. It's just as I don't like grumpy horses. You need a bloody dummy as well, Chris.
I'm a good boy.
Oh dear. But yeah, he's a right grumpy horse first thing in the morning.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. I get up and I'm all sweetness and light and as fresh as a daisy. I don't get grumpy.
Much.
Now, when have you known me to get up and at monk on?
All time.
You're a liar. It must be a man thing then, Gordo, because it seems to be men that's like that.
Yeah. Well, what do you expect from being married for 17 years?
It works both ways, dear.
So you do get grumpy in the morning.
No, I'm on about being married to you. He says he needs a coffee and a ciggy first.
I know. Coffee and about 10 cigs and peace and quiet.
Oh dear. But yeah, are you on the wrong bus? Oh dear. Oh dear me.
Tell Dennis is in, can't you?
Yeah.
Straight downhill.
Yeah.
We don't mind Emma coming in. She's all nice and sophisticated. As soon as Dennis comes in, that's
Yeah.
it.
We got about 15 before Dennis come in.
I'm going to say we dropped down to 12. Dennis is here, I'm going.
Oh.
Hey?
She says, I wake up wonderful, don't I, Dennis, and don't lie or no breast milk. Oh dear. But I'm saying, you know, I don't, not like Chris, you know, he gets right monk on if, same as I say, like he did with Callum this morning. I thought, well, I'm going in bath, I'm staying out at wait till he's calmed down a bit. So yeah. But I get up and I'm not grumpy like he is. You know what I mean? It's I'm like a glass half empty or a glass whatever you call it, glass half full. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's it just, you know, it's just
Don't need a grumpy partner then. I won for 19 years.
It's just a case of you get to know the foibles, and you know, like I said this morning, I'm going straight in bath. I'm keeping out on it. I'm not getting involved. You know what I mean? It'll be all right once he's had his coffee and a few cigarettes. You know what I mean? You get to know them when you've been together as long as me and Chris have. You know what I mean? You get to know. You know, we'll be all right once he's had a coffee and he's had a few cigarettes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Emma says, oh God, yeah, Dennis always has his time of the month. I just chuck a pad at him and say, stick that on. Oh dear.
I throw a brick at him, Emma.
But you see, the thing is, same as I say,
Shed.
hey, we've got Ian Matthews. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, lad.
So, you're a new hat. Oh dear. But yeah, you know, it's a case of you when you've been together, you get to know the little, like, I know Chris is a grumpy horse in the morning, so it's one of them things where best leave him alone, you know, to his own devices for a few hours till he's, you know what I mean? It's been with somebody that long that you know him inside and out, if you know what I mean, and you know when to leave alone and when to, you know.
I say.
It's just put all men are, Jeanette. What?
Emma's got sparklers in her head.
Oh.
Photograph.
But yeah, you know, it's when you know somebody inside and out, you know when to leave alone and when to, you know, same as Chris says, chuck a brick at him. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was like last night. Chris says to me before we went to bed, he says, I'm going to apologise in advance. He says, because you know what I'm like when I've had a drink, I snore. So he did apologise to me in advance. So then, you know, he apologised to me in advance, because normally when he's had a drink, it's like a Boeing 747 coming into land.
So he says to me this morning when I eventually got up, I went in bath. So he says, were I snoring really bad last night? I says, well, you were snoring a little bit, but it weren't too loud, if you know what I mean.
What it normally is.
Yeah, it weren't as bad as what it normally is. I says it was more like a light aircraft rather than a Boeing 747. Back plugged it.
What? Are you talking in riddles again?
I wonder if he's been a tuck dummy off a Keener. Yeah.
37?
Yeah, I was only 37.
I thought you were only 27.
I'm 20 years older than Emma.
I'll be a sugar daddy.
And Chris is 49 next year.
I'm not, I'm 39.
Hey, Stephanie,
Hello,
hiya.
Stephanie.
Happy 2020. Happy New Year to you. So, he says, Emma says, stop creeping, Chris.
So,
Yeah,
that's what?
Chris is 50 in 2021. Ronnie woke him up at 5:30.
Good dog.
He says, yes, I've been the lot. Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Oh. Well, we'll probably be having two parties that year because Chris is 50 when you're 50 as well.
Who's 50?
Tony, he says, are you coming to my small birthday party I might be having?
Oh, when's your birthday?
February.
Oh,
Yours is November.
Was it?
So yeah, so there might be two 50th birthday parties that year. So, and then in 2022, we'll probably be having another party because I'll be 60. It just means you have more experience life-wise, Jeanette.
Yeah.
Emma says she's dreading 2021. She's a big 4-0.
Uh-oh.
I'm just going to put link in for Johnny. Yeah. Oop. It says Tony's still live on my thing. So yeah, you and you're still young yet. There you go. You were well depressed. I think I feel, Dennis. I'm 58 next year. He's not there yet.
Not there yet. You're not
No.
going to leave him hanging, are you?
No. Who is here? Look.
Ah, go, lad.
This is the last one. Follow me.
Got witnesses. Look. Last
I've
one.
just had a good look through all drawers and stuff to make sure there weren't any more. Right. Here we go. Bin. Bin. Bye.
Right.
That's
All
it.
gone.
No more. If you find any more on me clean up and stuff, they're going in bin. I'm not showing them. There we go. In the bin.
And outside bin as well, so she can't fettle them out at bin.
Nope. I said to her, if there's any more up there, chuck them down. She went, there's one more. I said, right, chuck me it. I've just gone straight to bin with her. I'm even fixing my door for him, which is at this time of night. I'm on a roll today.
Kate said stick to it, Johnny. Be firm.
Oh, I'm gonna do. She'll flap for a while, but she'll be. It'll be just bedtime when it's gonna be a bit of a bugger. Well, I bought her a £30 combo bloody Build-A-Bear, so she can cuddle that instead.
So it's cost you dearly.
Well, they kept saying, do you want it to make a sound? I said, I suppose. How much is that? $5.50. Then they said, oh, do you want it to have a beating heart? I said, no, I'm not paying for beating heart as well. She went, well, we do a little cloth heart at £1.50. I thought, for fuck's sake. I said, and where's your sale? She went, well, if you buy one, you get one for £8. I said, what? When the other one just cost 21.
That's the bride, isn't it?
Hiya, Dashcam Diaries. That's Thomas, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah, it's Thomas, isn't it? Hello,
Yeah.
Thomas, lad. I'm forgetting. Thomas,
This is
what's
a
the channel?
Top tip, by the way, if you ever your holes are knackered in your wall, yeah, fill them with matchsticks.
Matchsticks.
Yeah, fill them with matchsticks, break them off, and then put the screw back in, and it grips into the hole. You know when you screw holes to the screw?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just stick matchsticks in with glue, then stick a load of glue on them, and then just leave them overnight, and then you'll have a strong bit to screw back into.
There you go, sweetheart.
What's that?
Put matchsticks in holes where screws go. Because see, we having trouble with our front door, you know, with all this rain that we've had.
It'll have
And now
expanded.
when it opens and shuts, it's going because I think it's like swelled a bit.
Yeah. Well, I use incense sticks. You know the ends of them.
Yeah.
Just break the ends off and stick them in. I've propped the door up at night. I'm just going to stick a load of glue in there and leave it to dry. And then in the morning, I can just screw it all back up.
But same as I said to Chris, I said, it's all right if you take the door off and plane something off it. But then when good weather comes, it's going to be letting a draft in underneath, innit?
Yeah.
Is it wooden? Yes, it is a wood door.
It's a bit of
And
a
I think-
bugger when it comes to wood door.
Yeah, it's all wood. Only thing we've got like is one of them spile things that you can see when anybody's standing at your door. But I think it's because we've had that much rain. I think it's sort of swelled it a bit. So same as Chris says, there's one thing if burglars try to come in, we'll hear them coming anyway.
Got to whack a load of glue in it now, and it's.
Kate says, "Have you taken your decks down?"
Oh yeah, look at this. Talk about bear. Hang on. Hang on. Ready? Starting here. No decorations around the tree. I've got a bare wall. Look, all nice and tidy. Oh, it's so much room I can go like that. Woo.
That's it. When you take them down, it looks so bare. Afterwards, it's like us because I'd got like a desktop PC, and I'd got hey, oh, Johnny's gone.
Johnny's gone.
I'd got like a desktop PC, so we took all that to pieces, and it was like a plastic computer table. Well, Chris took that out of my backyard, so that's where we had Christmas tree. But now Christmas tree's gone. I've like got a great big space, so
Which is quickly being filled up by crap.
so yeah. And Emma's put, "Hey Thomas, no more accidents. Make that your New Year's It's all right making New Year's resolution, Emma, but you know, it's Thomas we're talking about here. You know what I mean?
You don't need to talk, Mrs. Slice of Finger Woman.
You know, a bloke nearly knocked him off his bike the other day, and he thought he'd got a broken wrist. And then it was cycling along, and all of a sudden, next minute, he's on the floor. So, you know, I don't think he can stick to that New Year's resolution. Tony wants to know if you're going to be getting another digital SLR. It all depends, because I don't know whether I ought to say, well, he knows anyway, but I might be getting him the Mavic Mini. So when I say I might, I don't know for certain yet. So I must put you right there, Jeanette. You know what I mean? It's like if he makes a resolution not to have an accident, then rest assured he probably will do. So I think that's one resolution that he can't possibly, you know. You are lol, but I think that's I'll buy you a whisk.
Yeah, my God.
I would say I've not hurt myself this year, but technically the new year for me started on the 21st, and since then I've fallen off my bike and got clipped by a car. So yeah, so this is what I'm saying, Thomas. You know, it's all right saying you're not going to have any accidents, but it's sort of a New Year's resolution that you can't possibly say that you're not going to have any accidents. But yeah, I mean, since I slashed my finger other day, I think sort of the accident proneness has gone back to Thomas, because I ain't sliced anything since I sliced my finger other day. I'll tell you something, and this is no word of a lie. When I zest my lemons, I've been using like a great big grater thing that I bought from Asda. Now, just before Christmas, we went in Home Bargains, and I saw one, and it's got like a rubber grip handle, right? And it were 99p from Home Bargains. Now, when I made Chris the lemon drizzle yesterday, I used it, and it, pardon the pun, it were like shit off a shovel. It were as easy as, you know, I just gripped it in my hand, because I do have problems with my hand, but with it having a rubber grip handle, it were easy enough to grip hold of, and it was just, and I was like, whoo, that's it, you know. You know what I mean? It were. I said to Chris, says, however, I've not managed with one of these before. I don't know. It was so easy. One with having like a rubber grip handle. Oh, do you want me to put link in again, Johnny? Well, you see, I didn't actually vlog it because it was Chris's. He wanted a lemon drizzle, and when I first started doing the baking vlogs, I did it way back, you know, the lemon drizzle. But I'm like 3 in front. I've got fresh orange cake to upload, chocolate orange mince pies, and I did one the other day. It were easy bake banana cake with chocolate chips. So I'm 3 in front. So basically, I mean, it were like the brookies, and you know, I made them weeks ago, but Chris only uploaded them the other day. So yeah, so you know, chances are that when these get uploaded, I mean, you can rest assured they've already all gone. Give him your green screen, sweet Dennis, and he can blend in with the bush when he falls in. Oh, okay then. I just thought I'd ask you if you wanted the link again. So yeah, you know, it's I couldn't get over. It's a 99p grater, and I couldn't get over how easy it were when I did Chris this lemon drizzle yesterday. You know, and it's the same as I said to Chris, it's so simple, it's unreal. You know, I've been messing about with this great big bulky thing, trying to zest these lemons. I've just bought one with like a rubber grip. Boom, 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 and it were done. So, you know, it were a case of, why hadn't I bought one of these sooner? You know what I mean? And it's just the simple things like that makes it so much easier. And with me having like arthritis in my hands anyway, we having a rubber handle, it's so much easier to grip. So, so it were a case of, you know, expensive things aren't always the best. So, so yeah, I just need one of them. What do you call them? Oh, what do them?
Your wooden dildo.
No, that's not what they're called. Tamper, wooden
Tampon.
tamper, and a silicone mat for rolling my things out. You know what I mean? But they're not expensive. I think the Chris calls it a wooden dildo because it's like a double-ended. Like Thomas will know what I'm talking about. No, not a tampon, a tamper.
See you later, Dennis. Bye, Emma.
Yeah, see you later, Emma.
Happy New Year.
He says you beat me to the punch line picks. I bet Thomas will know what a tamper is. Yeah, see you later, Dennis. Happy New Year to you too. You know, I don't have to explain it. It's like a wooden thing, but instead of sort of rolling the pastry out and cutting it out with a cake thing, you just chuck a dough ball in and then you press it out with this wooden thing. Yeah, we'll say same as I say, we go through, I think, is it Manchester when we go down to visit Bella and whatever. So yeah, we'll have to make a point of.
It's actually Stockport first, then Warrington, then Manchester, I think.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so that's the next thing on the agenda, and I want one of these silicone. It's like a mat where you can measure everything out and make sure it's right size. Okay, then, Amjad, thank you for coming in. He says,
"See you later, Jockstrap."
So I will see you. Yes, you will definitely see me on Friday's live stream. Again, Happy New Year. So so yeah, so they the two things what I'm going to be investing in, like a silicone mat and one of these wooden tamper things. So
Yeah, if he's on Twitter.
yeah, I am on Twitter. I think you've messaged me on Twitter before. It's Jeanette Picketing, I think. I forget what it is now. Yeah, I am on Twitter. Hey, that's the thing. I didn't share it out on Twitter.
No, don't make that.
Oh well. So I'll do it now, and then I'm just putting sharing it on Twitter, Tony. So if you look out for that, and when it eventually comes up. So I have just posted on Twitter. I've shared the live stream out on Twitter. I forgot to do it. So I am on Twitter.
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook. I don't think Tony knows. I ain't got Facebook, I don't think.
Well, Tony?
No.
Oh.
So anyway, can fit in my busy schedule. I won't say it exactly busy, but it's you see, with Callum being at college, he's at college 4 days a week. There's only like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know, so I'm sure we can come to some arrangement. You know what I mean? Yeah, Callum's old enough to look after himself, but we don't like. Oh God, my nose is itching. I don't like sort of leaving him too long on his own sort of thing, but we'll come to some arrangement. We'll pop over and see you.
Cost me 50 quid though.
So yeah, I've got a twitchy eye now. As well as my nose itching, I've got a twitchy eye. So if you see me eye twitching, I'm not winking at you. It's just I've got.
Cheers.
I've got a twitchy eye.
This is going like that to Thomas, all right, Thomas?
Oh dear. But so yeah, we'll sort something out. We'll we'll sort something out throughout the year, or whenever. So
When it's nicer weather.
yeah, when it's a bit nicer weather, same as Chris.
A bit warmer.
Same as Chris says. I mean, when we go to Bella's and whatever, we go through Snake Pass, and it's quite treacherous in bad weather. Hey, Tracy's here. Happy New Year, Tracy. So
you keeping a check on your husband.
So yeah, same as I say, well, we want to go and see Johnny and Tracy, so that's another one for this year coming up. And there's a lot of people. You see, funny thing is that where Bella lives, Ian Matthews don't live far away from Bella. So she says yes, can't wait. We had to laugh last night, Tracy, about Johnny said something about Purrick Lincoln, and it just reminded us of Darwin Digital when it were Google Hangouts and whatever. We invited him onto the panel. He couldn't get his microphone working, and we're having a right good laugh.
An hour just to get his camera on.
But having said that, when I first started my YouTube channel, Chris had sort of run me through it, how to go live and everything. It took me 2 hours, first time I ever went live, to get it working. I hate this period from January to Easter. But you see, I'll let you in on a secret. Yeah, Chris Brook Football, I rang him. I rang Random Live Productions, and eventually we got it working, but after 2 hours.
Nightmare.
It were a nightmare. And I was just getting hangouts, and then they took it away, didn't they? So, but yeah, just to let you in on a little secret, me and Chris might be having some stickers done. So
he's waiting on somebody who hasn't messaged me back yet.
Yeah, so it's in the pipeline. We both oh dear. Yeah, because he says I'm still waiting for Ian Matthew to send me some of his stickers, and I've been waiting a while. Well, you see, me and Johnny were talking about this last night, and I says, but if I get some stickers, he says something about it can get them done cheap, and Johnny says, well, you'll be waiting a long while if you're waiting for him to post some stickers out. I says, well, put it this way. I says, next time we'll put Bella's, because Bella don't live, well, she lives in the same town, village, town, or whatever you call it. I'll go knock on his door. So weren't it that night we were talking about postcodes and everything?
Probably.
And but I was sort of watching his latest video, and he were on about fire in his shed, and he says, now it weren't clickbait. And I thought to myself, well, if it ain't clickbait, what do you call it? Because he says something about, I've had a fire in my shed. And then he starts off by saying, it ain't clickbait. And he sort of like went in, and he's put a stove like thing in Okay then, Thomas. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
See you
Thomas,
later.
everyone.
Yeah. So yeah. So once we get the stickers all sorted out, both me and Chris, anybody that wants any stickers will yeah. I had my phone and could not get on. I'd one too many and had to sleep over Manny's. Okie dokie then, Tracy. Yeah, it was Tracy's birthday yesterday, and happy birthday for yesterday, by the way.
Tracy.
So yeah, it's a case of once you get the hang of it. I mean, like you can actually go, because see, when I were on Johnny's last night, I fired my laptop up and I went via the laptop, but I got the chat on my phone. So basically, I could see the chat. Whereas if you're on your phone and you go in, you can't see the chat, if you know what I mean. So, same as I say, I fired the laptop up. I went on via the laptop, but I could see the chat because ooh, oh, that's nice. A card, cake that a niece.
Oh, she's sending a thing.
Yeah, I'll just send it to Chris.
I wonder what you do.
Oh, I'll send it
I
you
can
anyway.
watch it. I can look at it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the computer.
So yeah. It were very nice. So yeah, I mean, I'm sort of not to that standard, but
nice.
yeah, it did. It looked lovely, Tracy. That did.
Yeah. Yeah, similar to what I can make that. Honest. That's nice. Lovely.
Yeah, I've just seen it. I've just sent it to Chris as well.
Very nice.
I said it looked perfect. That did. It looked lovely. So yeah. Yeah. But I mean, same as I say, I do baking vlogs and whatever. But I'm just a hobbyist baker, so it was from Curry's, Tony, and it's Geo, and it's like a Chromebook, but it's only a small one, but it's got every feature that a laptop has. Okay then, Kate. Thank you for coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, Johnny's blowing his own trumpet.
Why?
Tracy came home to a spotless house, didn't you, Mrs. Nicholson? See you later, Kate. Thank you for coming in.
See you later, Kate. Happy New Year.
Oh, ha, ha, ha.
I've just seen it on Facebook.
Yeah. But anyway, same as I say, I don't do no fancy stuff. I mean, I could do if I put my mind to it, but you know, I do more simple things like, some say, lemon drizzle and cupcakes and things like that. I think my next one might be a cupcake one, because I've seen they're like chocolate cupcakes and they've got green icing, but it's also mint flavored with like chocolate curls on top. Now I've bought the chocolate. I've had the chocolate curls ages. I've got the green food colouring and I've got the mint extract. So I've got basically everything. And when I bought that new grater thing, I bought some fancy schmancy cupcake cases. So I'm still using an external webcam, Tony, for the fact that I did try calling Chris from the webcam that it's got on it, but it were very dark. So so I'm actually still using the external webcam because it's a lot brighter on the external webcam. Because I thought the one on the laptop was, the picture were very dark. So, but I didn't want anything too fancy, Tony. I just wanted something to do what I'm doing now, you know, be able to look at my YouTube, be able to look at my Facebook, etc., etc. And it does that. It went an expensive one. It was one from Curry's and it's called Geo. That's all I know. Oh, mine has a webcam on it. We see what it were. Chris had got a little Lenovo Chromebook. Now, it's same size as this, but it found that it couldn't do no editing or anything on it because the memory, it hadn't got enough memory on it. So basically, I've had this new one. Chris had the one that we're using before back, and Callum's had his like little Chromebook, if you know what I mean. So, you know, we've all got like laptops and whatever now. So mine's up. Oh, that's his Callum's phone. This was the one that Chris gave to Callum, but mine's more or less the same size, but it's a proper laptop. So this is the one that he had before, and it's more like a little Chromebook, if you know what I mean. It ain't got a massive memory on it, so Callum's using this one now. But so yeah, so Callum's using that one. Chris had the old laptop back that I were using, and obviously I've got this new one. But it does me. It has got Windows 10 on it, so it does me for what I want it to do. If you get what I'm meaning. We haven't bothered with Tree for 2 years now. No, we haven't had our ups. We took on down day after Boxing Day. Some as I say, we normally take it down Boxing Day, but we're a little bit busy. So yeah, some as I say, this laptop, it's not, you know, a fancy schmancy thing, but okay then. Thank you, Johnny, and thank you for coming in. I appreciate you coming in. And no, he says he's going to watch some TV. So, you know, you're not going to have as good a night as you did last night because he got the bed all to himself. He got the house all to himself. So yeah, you know, it basically does what I want it to do. I don't need anything fancy. I'm not a techno geek, you know what I mean? So I've mastered it, you know what I mean? It's I don't need anything too fancy or, you know, so yeah. So well, when I say watch TV, I mean watch 5 minutes and fall asleep. So yeah, you know, it does what I want it to do, and that's all that matters. I can go on my YouTube, I can go on Facebook, whatever, you know what I mean? It's it does what I want it to do. You know, it had, you see, the one that Chris has got, it got like we've got Ethernet cables, like sometimes when the Wi-Fi signal drops, on the other one we used to plug an Ethernet cable in, but this ain't got an Ethernet cable, so if Wi-Fi drops or whatever, I'm buggered, in other words. Keena's nicked my side of the bed. I'm on the chuffing sofa. Back to normal then, Johnny. Told you to enjoy it while it lasted. So, yeah, so same as I say. Yeah, you see that one that Chris has got both. It goes on Wi-Fi and Ethernet, but sometimes the signal on our Wi-Fi does drop a little bit. Gordo says, but I always know when someone turns it over. I was watching that. No, you weren't. You were sleeping. See you later. Hey, my mum. See you later, Johnny. Yeah.
See you later, Johnny Paul.
When my mum used to come over for a Sunday dinner, and she'd always insist on either having tennis, football, rugby, what else? I don't know, something else. And as soon as we'd had his dinner, she'd be lay on the sofa, and she'd be snoring her head off, and then you'd think, oh, I'm not watching this crap, I'm turning it over. But the minute you used to turn it over, she'd wait and she'd say, I was watching that. I say, no, you weren't, you were asleep. She says, I were only resting my eyes. So yeah, my mum were a bugger for that. So yeah. My excuses, my eyes were shut, but my ears were awake. But yeah, my mum used to, I were resting my eyes. I weren't asleep. So, well, I beg to differ because she was snoring your head off. So, but my mum, any sport, you know, she used to love it. Formula 1, rugby, football, darts, snooker, athletics, you know. But I'm not like my mum at all. I hate sports. So basically, you know, I don't really take after my mum because I don't like sports. Right, I've been going over 2 hours. It's 11:15 now. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to call it a day. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream, and I'm going to end up like I started off, wishing everybody a happy new year, and I wish you all peace, health, and happiness in 2020. So I'll see you all on Friday. So I will see you all on the next one, which is Friday. So bye for now. Bye.
Bye.